Every military and frontline officer that I've worked with talks about the box. Something bad happens, they put it in a box, they file it away, and they move on to the next job. Great. Okay. But then something happens along the way where it stops working so well. So initially it's working brilliantly, and then one day something blows it wide open. And it could be something minor. This doesn't have to be major. The problem isn't the box. The problem is that nobody tells you that there is a limit. I'm a trauma psychologist. I work with military and frontline personnel. And today I'm going to talk you through what to do to notice when that box is getting full and how to prevent it from flying open and becoming a crisis. So the box works at first because it's a survival mechanism. You see something horrific, you file it away, and you move on to the next thing. It's how you operate for 10, 15, 20 years sometimes. It's not unhealthy, it's necessary. The problem isn't the box. Like I said, the problem is when it starts getting full and you don't know about it. Typically, the box doesn't fly open because of one major incident. I mean, that can happen, but at the same time, what I see more often is that it's a gradual build-up of one thing stacking up after another. Each one feels manageable until all of a sudden it feels like things are starting to fly out of the box. There's no release for it as you go along. And so it's just accumulating over time. And most people don't know how full that is starting to get until it's too late. Another way that this has been described to me is that it starts becoming like a jack in the box where things won't stay anymore and they just keep popping open, keep flying in. So there'll be a situation that will be activated by a comment or a smell or something that will all of a sudden trigger some intrusive images or some disproportionate emotional responses, for example. You feel like you're losing your mind, but you're not. Your system's just doing exactly what it's meant to be doing. It can't keep containing everything that you dump into your nervous system. That's just not how biology works. My advice is don't wait for it to explode. Start to notice the warning signs as they start building up. And these will be things like your sleep being really disrupted, or there is a lot of hypervigilance where you're feeling on edge all of the time. There might be some distance in your relationships that you're starting to notice is getting wider. There are so many different signs and symptoms that we can start to notice as we go. A big one of them, for example, is also alcohol. If we're numbing, if we're trying to just turn the volume down on the nervous system, all of these things are warning signs that that so-called box is starting to get very, very full and things are starting to go off track. These are pressure gauges. And the sooner that you recognize them, the sooner that you'll be able to do something about it. Because the last thing that you want to be doing is waiting around for these things to become embedded within your nervous system. That is when problems can really, really start to affect somebody's life. They feel like they're not in control of their lives. They feel like the symptoms are taking over everything. And I'm trying to actively avoid people getting to that point. With that in mind, I've created a free resource called the Frontline Stress Check. And this is a 3-minute quiz that will go through all of the different warning signs that I have seen in all of the people that I've worked with in operational services time and time and time again. I've put the link in the description for you. You can download it from there, check whether the symptoms that you're experiencing are showing up. And also it will give you a risk score as to whether it feels that these are now at a risky level or not. And if you'd like to see more content like this, then hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be sharing a lot more videos for anybody within military and emergency services to help all of you out there doing the jobs that a lot of people couldn't even be doing. I'll see you in the next one.